Métis Red River cart and bison rendered in rusty steel are supposed to remind travelers on Highway 11 yonder that this is now called the Louis Riel Trail, named after the Métis leader of the resistance of 1885. It's getting along about supper time this Saturday afternoon, July 18th, 2015. And this is Girvin, Saskatchewan, where one gets used to the sound of bypassing traffic on busy Highway 11, people rushing off to Saskatoon, 120k to the north, or Regina, 140k to the south, or maybe to Davidson, just up the line, looking southward into town, along what used to be called Government Road, and it's now King Street. And there's Girvin's gem, unique now in Saskatchewan, a horse watering tank. I thought it might have been a school converted into a shed, but now I'm not so sure. The school was opened here in 1905, and according to the 1915 sketch map in David McLennan's book Our Towns, it stood at the corner of Government and George, 1 block to the west of here. This is the new school, built on Jeffrey Street, itself closed since 1970. Kids presumably go up to Davidson to school now. The old school would have stood where the white building does now, but facing onto George Street, which was kind of the main drag. The Methodist Church stood a block south. And the wreck of somebody's store on Railway Avenue, looking to the northwest, across Ernest, and the horse water well. The station would have stood down there too, about where George crosses the right-of-way, at mile 80.4 from Regina. Apparently the CPR dropped off a freight passenger shelter, which the Canadian Northern replaced with a third-class station in 1910. It was demolished in 1977. The elevators would have stood right in here. There were 8 built. Up 1911, 4 were standing. The British American Elevator Company, Central Grain, Canadian Elevator Company, and the S.G. Decker Company. Preserved on a farm just southeast of town is the annex of the last elevator built in Girvin. The Saskatchewan Wheat Pool number 908 was built in 1929. It was the last closed in 1994. The others were, in 1915, the Saskatchewan Elevator Company, in 1916, the Saskatchewan Cooperative Elevator Company, in 1921, the Liberty Grain. There's a better look at the old store. It looks like it was built out of concrete building blocks, maybe from Pangman. Built in 1906, the horse water tank is just like a miniature railway water tower. Water is pumped up into the tank there that's enclosed and just fed by gravity into the troughs. Not much remains of Girvin. Community developed from 1904 when a cemetery was laid out in the neighborhood. Soon there was a Massey Harris dealership, a lumber yard, stores, a restaurant, blacksmiths, livery barn. Looking up George. There was a 3-story hotel complete with bar, skating rink, and lumber yard would have stood right in here on this property according to the sketch map in Our Towns. There was a curling rink in 1930, don't know where it is now, and the hotel would have stood right here on this property. The post office was established by H.R. Palmer on April 1st, 1905, and closed in 1984. The village was incorporated on February the 21st, 1907, but was dissolved December the 19th, 2005. And this used to be Highway 11 right by the Speedway Service Center there. But when they realigned number 11, they bypassed Girvin and kind of killed the place. The farmlands around Girvin were part of the 1,000,000 acres that the Saskatchewan Valley Land Company acquired from the Qu'Appelle Long Lake and Saskatchewan Railway and the federal government in 1902, and began marketing to farming families, mostly in the northern United States, although in the Girvin area a large contingent came out from Ontario beginning in 1902. On the west side of the tracks, looking northward along what's bravely called Qu'Appelle Street, we find the recreation grounds, the sports fields. Girvin was noted in the early days for its harness racing, its baseball teams, its football clubs and hockey clubs. Doesn't look like they get that diamond trimmed very often anymore. Good looking fence though. Looks a bit boggy. I'd take my mosquito repellent before I went down there to play the scrub. What's that, football goal? Or for recreation, you could just drive your Model H John Deere around for a while. Looking good, getting it all tuned up for a parade, nice polished tires. Beautiful. Girvin sits on the western edge of a neck of bridge to moraine. There's a patch of lake bed to the east, bounded by the Arm River Spillway. To the west is an expanse of stagnant ice moraine. Since 2005, a ward of the rural municipality of Arm River, number 252, Girvin, Saskatchewan.